it out.
A syringe.
A syringe of boiling RO water to flush it out.
Okay, cool. You ready?
You ready?
All right.
I won't say nothing. I'll just...
You just look pretty. All right, so episode 3. This is episode 3. We're going to talk about skimmer. This is like a maintenance that we do, and people, you notice that we're wearing the same T-shirts all the time. That's because we're filming 4 episodes in one night for the whole month. So that's why we look the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're. This is something that I use often. That I use this. This is like a little trick. A lot of people, when you notice that your skimmer is not working as properly, or you look in the chamber and you're noticing that it's not foaming like it used to, or it's not bubbling like it used to, and you're not getting a skim as much as before, and you're like, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to take my pump out and clean it, stuff like that. Okay, you can do that. That's number 1. You can take it apart, clean it.
I do it twice a year, every 6 months.
Yeah, that's something that you should do.
Yeah.
I mean, all your pumps is clean.
Same as fresh water when you clean your canister filters every 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it gets all gunky, right?
Yeah.
So, but for a protein skimmer, because it's taking air and taking water, you will notice that silencer at the top where your hose hooks onto it. Like the ones I use, like most of my contract tanks, are the Royal exclusive. Those really expensive, and there's like a foam in there. And so we're going to show you videos on this, the one at the Honda and the one at the Delta that I've done. The one at Honda, the skimmer was just wasn't foaming at all, like almost to zero. So I took the pump out and I took the air intake, and the air intake was just, it was all like almost like salt creep was in it. It was all hard, like this. There's like a foam inside of that, and it's like to silence it even more, it makes it really dead quiet. That was just hard as a rock. And when I looked into the pump where the air intake was going in, it was just calcified. So the way to do that is you get some RODI water.
You're looking at Dad.
I was like kind of like, hey, your show. So yeah, so you take some RODI water, you boil it, and you just pour it in. So I'm not talking about you putting a full cup of hot water. I'm talking about your max like 10 milliliters. As soon as you pour that hot water in there, you'll hear it. You know what I mean? You'll hear that like it's taking that air where before it's like being choked. Next thing you just the lungs open up, and that's because the hot water melted inside where the intake was and just melts it away, and away you go. Yeah. So, you'll see in the video, there's once I've done it at the Delta. I'm going to show this video right now that it's, I was trying to record at the same time and try to pour water in his tubes. I'm holding the phone and the pipe and trying to pour this hot water in there, and that was for you to hear it, because you can hear like it was being choked, and you hear the air being sucked in right away. So it's like I'm saying, it doesn't take a lot of water. It just takes a little bit of the water to release that junk in there. But like Kevin said, every 6 months, take that impeller out, clean the impeller, clean the magnet, clean the inside, the hole.
Lubricate the O-rings.
Lubricate the O-rings. That's one thing you should talk about, actually. Like, yeah, especially like canister filters, right?
Yeah. Every time you take them apart, always lubricate your O-rings.
Yeah. So, but no, it's really important. Where's our?
It's in here. Because I just used it on the sump on the freshwater. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, where's the Aladdin? Could you go look over there? It's by the RODI water.
Yeah.
So, like she said, like O-rings and stuff like that, bulkheads, anything that's where you even like in your skimmer. Like the Royal exclusives is that top part goes in it, and there's like an O-ring, so it's good to lubricate that. If not, it's going to dry up and crack. Most canisters, that's why they start leaking, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is a ball that we got with I think it was for the O-rings for the UV sterilizers, but this is one that we use also. It's from Aladdin Magic Lube. Yeah, you use it when?
I've used that one.
I use that one.
Yeah.
So even on bulkheads, you know what I mean? You go to put bulkheads on the new tanks, stuff like that, you slide down on both sides of the of the rubber gasket. Yeah, look at Kevin. He says, I want to try this stuff.
No, I use Vaseline, to be honest with you.
There's Vaseline too, but I mean, you can use Vaseline, but
Or vegetable oil.
vegetable oil also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that's not toxic for your tank.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if you're in a pinch, non-scented chapstick.
Not, yeah, true.
I had to do that once.
Yeah, I had to do that at Bass Pro once. You know those big filters? Like for
Yeah.
and then close it back and
Yeah.
you see water spitting out. And you're talking about 250 gallons a minute.
Yeah.
Like, holy jump! I got to do something about this, right? Turn off the pump and I didn't have that. I didn't have that. I was over there and I went to the cashier store and grabbed some chapstick, non-scented. Around the O-ring, slap it back on there.
Oh, do you mean like the time one was leaking and you weren't in Moncton and
Oh,
you left
shit,
me
you remember
over there
that?
to take care of it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
He called me. Where was
We're
I?
in you were in Montreal
I was in Montreal for a keto.
for keto. Yeah. And I walked in and water all over the floor and I looked up and here's water just coming out of that one of the top seals on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I had a good day.
Yeah. And also when you put this on, it sticks. You know what I mean? Like at Bass Pro, you've got like that top part, and it's like a big O-ring on there.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, because it's on top this way, so you're trying to put this and it falls down.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't line up with the crease of the part, right? So with this stuff, you lay it on there and it sticks on top. You just turn it and away you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun day. I had to shut it down, segregate it off. You know how you cut the lines off there so the water doesn't go through it.
Yeah.
See, when you go to martial arts, like seminars and stuff like that,
You're not available.
you're not available because if the instructor's talking, doesn't want to get interrupted, then you could hear my cell phone going ding 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 and would not stop. That was Kevin trying to call me. Yeah. All right.